Target is in some serious trouble, and there is no denying it. It's looking very, very similar to this Bud Light situation, to the Anheuser Busch boycott situation that we had a couple of months ago. That is still going very, very strong today. Bud Light is still down 25% on their sales in comparison to last year at the same time. Like I said, this is looking really bad for Target. As you can see the stock on the screen right here, it's looking bad, and there is no denying it. And Target themselves aren't even trying to deny it. They know what's going on. They understand that things are about to get real bad for them. If you just look at, history repeats itself. The same thing happened to Bud Light and Anheuser Busch as soon as that whole situation went down. It even seems like this Target situation is a lot more rapid than the Bud Light situation was at the very beginning, because now everybody understands that this is possible. We can actually do this. We can actually make these companies, these corporations like Bud Light and Anheuser Busch, we can make them hurt. And we can do the same thing to Target. It's going to be a little bit harder, I think, because it's pretty easy to stop drinking beer that doesn't even taste good, that really has no benefit to your life for drinking it at all, other than it's just very accessible. It's a very recognizable brand, and everybody understands, everybody recognizes the brand of Bud Light pretty easily. That's pretty much why Bud Light is so good at selling their beer. It's not because the beer tastes great or anything. It's a little bit harder when it comes to Target, because Target sells a lot of different things. It's not just one product that you're boycotting. You're trying to boycott an entire store, and sometimes, Target is the most accessible, sometimes the most convenient store for people to go to get their groceries or other things. People just like to shop at Target quite a bit. But as you can see on the screen right here, it's one tweet, one screenshot that I saw today from Ezra. Says investors are panicking about Target's bizarre Bud Light marketing campaign. The company's stock lost another $1 billion in value this morning. I don't think they'll stop. Their largest investor is BlackRock, which is where these instructions are coming from. It's true. And they released a statement, Target did, trying to avoid a Bud Light type situation, saying that they removed certain things from their shelves that they didn't, in fact, remove from their shelves. And people replied to this tweet, linking the video from Benny Johnson, showing that Target just straight up lied in their statement, saying that they were removing certain things from their shelves. And of course they wouldn't take accountability in that statement. They tried to say that they were removing things from their shelves because their employees were getting threatened and people were knocking over shelves with these certain clothing on them. But in reality, none of that was happening. I haven't seen any proof of any of that happening at all. Maybe there was a couple of lunatics out there that did happen with, but I haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. And if anybody has any proof of that, please let me know. But I haven't seen anything like that happening. In reality, we're just complaining because you're putting naked trans people on children's clothes, making tuck-friendly children's clothes, and promoting pride stuff on children's clothes. That's the issue here. Like, it's bad enough to have it in general on adult clothing, but once you start making rainbow and tuck-friendly like children's clothes, that's where everybody has to draw the line at that point, right? Everybody with a brain, everybody with a moral compass has to understand that that's not good. That's like literally demonic stuff that needs to be boycotted, that needs to be put out of business. You need to be made hurt in order for this to actually change, in order for people to stop going in this direction that Bud Light, that Target, that it seems like every single major corporation out there are kind of drifting towards right now. And personally, I think that this Target situation is probably going to be a lot more interesting to watch than even the Bud Light situation, because I think Target is going to double down. They're going to triple down, quadruple down on their stances for this whole situation, for this Pride Month situation, for these clothing that they've put on their shelves that is straight up, like people are calling it, a grooming starter pack. Like, that's straight up what it is. And I think that Target is going to double, like I said, triple, quadruple, even down, whereas Bud Light was kind of just like, they kind of bowed out immediately once their main audience started coming after them, because Bud Light has always pandered to like a pro-American, kind of even pro-conservative standpoint, and they also donate a lot of money to the Republican Party. So it was kind of obvious that they would kind of bow out and not try to fight back at all whenever that whole situation first went down. But with Target, they've made it very clear that they are a far left-leaning company. They are a far left-leaning corporation, and they're going to stick with this. They've even said that in their statement. They're very committed to promoting Pride Month and LGBTQ-friendly products and things like that. So like I said, the LGBTQ-friendly products is a very leftist way of saying, the grooming starter pack. It's one thing, like I said, to have the LGBTQ pro stuff on adult clothing. That's kind of like LGBTQ friendly clothing. But when you start putting it on kids' clothes and having naked trans people on your clothes and things like that, I mean, that's just grooming, man. That's just disgusting. That's demonic. And that needs to be, we need to put an end to that stuff. And the only way to do that is to take a major amount of money away from these people's pockets. Here's another person, Mark A. Lopez. Weird, the market is on a tear on the upside today, yet Target is down over 1%. And apparently, Benny Johnson tweeted this out this morning. Breaking: Target stock has just collapsed to its lowest trading value in a year with no end in sight. For the first time in my life, common sense Americans are standing up for themselves and committing to action. We are the majority. We are winning. We are just getting started. And I think that definitely everybody needs to do their part out there by not spending any money at Target. Don't put any more money in their pockets. They need to be made hurt. We need to have a situation. Honestly, this should be worse than Bud Light. This is a lot worse than anything that Bud Light did by platforming Dylan Mulvaney. This is a whole lot worse. This is like straight up, like I said, a grooming starter pack. It's disgusting, man, and it's demonic, and they need to lose 10 times the money that Bud Light lost because they're doing things that are 10 times worse than what Bud Light and Anheuser Busch were doing. So we need to, and if you want to do your part really quick, you could leave a like and comment on this video. It would really help a lot to share the message out there, to spread the message, because we know with the Bud Light situation, once everything started going viral on social media, that's when people really stopped buying the product, because the social pressure is a lot more powerful than any morals and principles that a lot of people have. Most people don't have strong morals and principles when it comes to things like that, strong enough at least to actually not buy the products anymore. But once you see the videos going viral on TikTok, once you see people getting made fun of for buying the products or for shopping at the store in a situation like Target situation, that's whenever people will stop shopping there. That's whenever people will stop buying Bud Light, because of the social pressure. Not because of their morals and their principles, but because they're scared, they're terrified of going viral on TikTok for walking out of the store with a Bud Light, a box of Bud Light, or drinking Bud Light at a party or something like that. Everybody's terrified of that stuff. We need to make them terrified of walking into a Target store. I'm not saying threaten them physically. I know people are going to take that the wrong way. I'm not saying threaten them physically if they walk inside of Target. I'm saying make it so socially pressured to not shop at Target that if you do get caught buying things, walking out of Target with a bag with a Target on it, that you go viral on TikTok, that you get made fun of. That's how you make these boycotts work. I think we finally found the formula. It's not about people having strong morals, strong principles, nothing like that. It's about social pressure. The people who actually do have the strong morals and the strong principles are the people who are going to like this video, comment on this video, share these videos out there, not just mine, but also all the other ones. Share these tweets out there. Just get the word out that this is actually going on. Those are the people who have the strong morals and strong principles. The rest of the people who aren't buying Bud Light, the rest of the people who are going to participate in the Target boycott are just people who are giving in to social pressure. Either way, though, who cares why they're doing it? Who cares? They're taking money out of Target's pocket. They're taking money away from Bud Light and Anheuser Busch. They're taking money away from these woke ideologies. It's getting major wins. It's getting major W's. And also, who knows? You could be recruiting a whole lot more people who actually see what's going on in the world, who actually see stuff like Dylan Mulvaney happening, seeing stuff like Target putting this pride stuff for children on their shelves. And maybe they do develop those strong morals and strong principles against these things because they realize, hold up, this is actually happening. I thought this was just QAnon BS. I thought this was just Alex Jones schizo posting BS. Like, that's what I've been told by the mainstream media, right? Like, that Alex Jones is just insane, that all this stuff is just a bunch of conspiracy theories. None of this is actually happening. But then once you share these videos out there, once these videos go viral on TikTok and things like that, and these boycotts start to get really, really big, start to get really, really strong, that's when these people start to realize that this stuff is actually happening on a daily basis. This isn't just Target. This isn't just Bud Light. It's so many of these corporations. It's so many of these companies. And once these people start realizing that, that's when they'll start jumping in with their strong morals and strong principles. And it's just a snowball effect, man. That's how these things happen. That's how real change is made. Let me know what you guys thinking, though. Do you think that Target's stock will continue to drop, or do you think it will recover? And do you think that this could be bigger than the Bud Light situation? I think it has the potential, but we have to continue to speak the word out there. We have to continue to spread this message, to spread these videos out there. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this entire Target situation.